Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. I was thinking the other day about my first aid kits and the various ones that we have around the property. And we carry these in all of our cars. Got this one in our day pack, this one in the RV, carry this one in each vehicle, plus other places. And I just wanted to evaluate just how good or how bad the particular first aid kits we were carrying were. We might be wasting our time with some of the stuff that's in there. We might have too much of one thing and not enough of the other. So I got to thinking about it. So I started pulling them all out, went through them all. Of course, there was a lot of expired stuff. We're here in Texas, and in the summertime it gets really hot. And in a vehicle, you're talking about 130, 140 degrees. So alcohol prep pads, things like that are just going to be junk. So you got to be diligent. Go through your first aid kits and throw out the old stuff, replenish it with good stuff. That goes for pills and alcohol preps and things like that too. So I got to thinking, what do I really need to be carrying in each type of vehicle or in my day pack for a little, 3 or 4 hour day hike versus what would be in, say, a bug out bag or in the RV or something like that. So here are the 3 basic ones that we have, not counting what we have here at home, just in the cabinet here. And let's start first with your basic little REI 2-person 1-day first aid kit. This isn't too bad a deal. Actually, it's about 14 bucks. And it has quite a few things in it. Your basic bandages and so forth. Little pair of scissors, tape. It's going to have antacid, ibuprofen, aspirin, things like that. It does have a little moleskin, that's a good idea too. Some gauze pads, a 3x3, a 4x4, little first aid guide. And what I look for in a first aid kit, for one thing, is I want to have probably a little more tape than this. I want to have a couple 4x4s at least, if not 3 or 4, and I want to have some butterfly bandages. We do a lot of mountain biking around here. Some things can happen out on the trail, and what we really need is to be able to close up a wound, clean it up, get us back to the car, and let's go get it taken care of. So for $13.50, this isn't bad, and what I did for this is added some butterflies, added some more tape, and some 4x4s. So not too bad a deal here. Now, one of our other packages here is the one that we keep in the RV. Now, just taking a look at this, you might go, man, that looks like a pretty good first aid kit. Look how big it is. Well, what you can do is, on any of these you buy, just look on the back. It'll tell you what all it's got in there. And yeah, this probably isn't bad if you're a Mormon or a good Catholic family and you got a whole crap load of kids and you're going to the campground, and hell, in a weekend they could go through all this stuff. But really, I don't need 20 band-aids, just your regular band-aids in assorted sizes. I don't need 30 finger and knuckle bandages. So I got to looking at this one. Got a cold pack, not a bad deal. Assorted band-aids. Got a 4x4. A couple of those. Don't need all these. So what I did to this one is I added some more 4x4s, some more butterflies, and some more tape. And this one goes in the RV, and it's not too bad a kit now. Whereas had I not looked at it, it probably wouldn't have been a good deal. Now, you'll notice it's got Tylenol, Motrin. We put some aspirin in there. All these things you're going to need to go through occasionally and chunk them out, rotate them out, and make sure they're not expired. Your alcohol wipes and things like that, they're going to dry up. They're cheap. Chunk them. You got some probably in the house. Just replenish that. This kit here is about 12, 13 bucks. And when you look at it, you're going, yeah, 12, 13 bucks, I'll go for that. but when you get it home and you start looking at it, it's really missing a lot of things. You know, 4 Tylenol, 2 Motrin, really not enough. You know, add some more to that. I also put in some my own Neosporin, and I added some butterflies because this one didn't have any. Except I think it says it had 10, but I only counted 5 in here. And as far as 4x4s, which I think is just an essential bandage, this particular kit had zero 4x4s. The ones that you saw in here are the ones that I added. So, not too bad a kit, but it's not really something that, you know, obviously you couldn't put in a bug out bag or something like that, but it needs some work. So just beware, read what's on there. That brings us to this one here. This here is probably the best bargain that I've ever seen in a first aid kit, bar none. You'll see there it's got 85 pieces. Nice little compact kit too. And it has 15 band-aids, actually 35 different assorted sizes, which that's pretty cool. It's got a couple packs of antibiotic ointment. It does have a cold compress. It actually comes with 2 4x4s, which was 2 more than that other one had. Some 2x2s, 5 butterfly closures, some Q-tips, some finger splints, a little first aid guide. It's not bad. Let's take a quick peek. Cold compress, not a bad thing to have. Antibiotic ointment. Now you have to understand, this stuff, it's going to go bad, and I can't even find the expiration date on this. Imagine if I had a magnifying glass, I might be able to find out what that means there. That's not a whole lot. Quick and cleans, kind of like a towelette you get at the fried chicken store. There's your 5 butterflies, which is good. Some splints. 2x2 gauze pads. Q-tips. Pair of surgical gloves. Assorted band-aids. Small band-aids. Actually, a crap load of small band-aids. And then here's your alcohol preps. You can kind of feel these things and see if they're, yeah, these are dried up. But they have expiration dates on them. Just kind of check that stuff out. Some regular old band-aids here. Tape. Not enough, but some. And it does have a couple 4x4s. First aid guide with some your basic first aid instructions in there. It's pretty cool. Small box too. Price of this, $4.97 at Walmart. This is a hell of a place to start right here. You can start an excellent little first aid kit with this and this alone. You don't need this. Don't need this big giant big one. Although the REI one at $14 is not bad. It's got a cool little case too. $4.97. Start here. So with this, you get all of this, which is pretty cool, and damn sure adequate. Now, what would I add to this? Well, first thing I do, add some 4x4s. Can't have too many 4x4s, so it already has 2, put 2 more in there. Butterflies. It comes with 5. We've got a box of them under the counter in there, in the bathroom. Put your 5 more in there, or hell, put 10 in there. Tape. Can't have too much tape, and this is certainly not enough. Now, as far as meds, they give you a few meds, but you know they're going to expire. They're going to be old. So the things that I would say to add would be some aspirin, some Advil, Pepto-Bismol tabs. You know, just the tablets. Maybe put 4 in there because you never know if your out in the wilderness with your buddy and he thinks he's Bear Grylls and he wants to drink his own urine and eat wild berries, and pretty soon he's throwing up, have some Pepto-Bismol for him. As far as that goes, throw in 4 tabs of Imodium too. Keep that in your kit in case it's coming out the other end. Benadryl is something good to have too. You never know when you're going to get stung by a bee, or one of your friends is going to get stung, and they might not be highly allergic, but I know I got stung on the eyebrow by a bee, and within about 5 minutes my eye was swollen completely shut. So it's not a bad thing to have, is some Benadryl. Neosporin's another thing to have. Although they give you some antibiotic ointments in here, that's all they're going to give you. It's just a little bit. And what I would do is get you some Ziplocs from your local drug dealer or Hobby Lobby, and put you some Neosporin in there. I'm sure you got a tube of it in your bathroom. Make sure you write the expiration on there so you can rotate this stuff out. Now some people are going to say, well, you know, that might not be very sterile in there. Well, it's a brand new bag, and let me tell you something. The wound I'm putting it on, it's not very sterile either. But this will be better than nothing, and it will be, you know, well worth your time. So carry some Neosporin. You can also, when I would say adding some Advil and aspirin, do the same thing with the Ziploc bags. Make sure you put your expiration on there. You can throw them in here. This particular kit did not come with any moleskin. I think moleskin is a good thing to have, so put your sheet of moleskin in there. You never know, out hiking, you might, you know, get your feet wet. Shoes may not fit as well as you want. You might not be used to hiking, and you're going to get a blister. You would pay any kind of money to have some of this stuff if you had a blister and you're out in the field and you were going to be out there a while. Those are the things that I would do to add to this kit. Start at $4.97. Add some things that you have in your house already, just like that. Some extra 4x4s, and you're going to have one badass little kit. Now, I know some people are going to say, well, you need to add this, you need to add that. And yeah, sure, you know, I might put, you know, a little pair of scissors in here or something, but I got plenty of sharp objects in my pack. But tape, more 4x4s, butterfly bandages are going to take care of most of the things that's going to happen to me on the trail. Some meds that aren't expired, you know, and I'm good to go. Am I going to keep it in this little, you know, plastic box? No, probably not. Probably going to go for this. Why? Well, Condor bag is just cooler. It's all about the cool, man. I'm going to stuff all that stuff in here in my pack and be cool about it. So there you are, guys. I'm interested to see what you have to say. And as always, thanks for watching. Be safe, be prepared. See you down the road. Adios.